You're doing high intensity cardio practically every day, yet the scale isn't moving. Today, I'm going to pull back the curtain and show you my home workout routine that helped me to lose 70 pounds in 9 months and 90 pounds overall. In fact, I lost so much belly fat with this home workout routine that I ended up having a tummy tuck to address the loose skin that was left over. And I can promise you, I didn't burn off the fat doing obscene amounts of cardio every day. I did it with a very basic home workout routine and minimal equipment. So today I'm going to share with you the home workout routine that I was doing. I'm going to share with you a typical week along my weight loss journey. Now, when I started my weight loss journey, I started with a challenge that required me to do 2 45-minute workouts per day. And the challenge did not dictate what type of workout that I had to do. Now, prior to starting the challenge, I was doing a lot of high intensity cardio every single day, but I knew that I couldn't sustain that level of intensity twice a day for 75 days. So for the challenge and to complete these 2 workouts a day, I just simply decided to walk. So I would get up first thing in the morning, and I had to do an outdoor workout. So I would get up first thing in the morning and I would walk around my neighborhood for 45 minutes. In the afternoon, I would do my second 45-minute workout, and I would simply walk on my treadmill. And this was really convenient because walking is just really simple to do. You only need a good pair of walking shoes, and you can kind of do it anywhere. And so walking was just really simple for me. What I discovered doing these 2 45-minute workouts a day was that I was averaging about 10,000 steps a day. And I looked up after the first 75 days and I had lost 30 pounds. And this was coming from someone who was doing a lot of high intensity cardio workouts almost every day and couldn't get the scale to budge before. But here I am doing 2 45-minute workouts a day, hitting approximately 10,000 steps a day, and I lost 30 pounds in the first 75 days. Now, after losing the first 30 pounds, I started to incorporate walk runs into my routine. And the reason why I started to do some running was because ultimately my goal was to get back to the sport of running. I used to be a competitive runner and I wanted to get back to that sport. And if you want to be a runner, you have to run. And so I started to incorporate these walk runs where I would start out walking with bursts of running, and eventually I would do a little less walking and a little more running. I also started to incorporate strength training into my routine so that I could have a strong running body as opposed to just simply a thin running body. And I did all of this from basically the comfort of my home. So here's what a typical week of those workouts looked like for me. Now, we absolutely need to do cardio as part of our home workout routines because cardio is good for your heart health. I recommend doing no more than 30 to 45 minutes of cardio each session because that is the optimal fat burning period. Beyond about 45 minutes, you're actually burning muscle as opposed to fat. Now, I run for my cardio because I'm a runner, but you don't have to run in order to get in a great cardio workout. As I demonstrated, walking is just as effective as any other workout for fat loss. So if you're not a runner and don't want to be a runner, don't run. Start off with walking, or maybe start off with some other cardio exercise that you like to do. The elliptical trainer, dancing, Zumba class. Just keep that in mind. My cardio is running, but you absolutely don't have to run as part of your routine. What I absolutely love about the back, traps, and biceps workout is that it helps me to focus on my most favorite body part, which are my arms, and my least favorite body part, which is my back. Now, as part of a strength training routine, I do recommend that you hit every major muscle group at least one time a week. I like to work my ab muscles, my core muscles, at least twice a week. And so that is what you'll see here in my workout routine. And just a fun fact, leading up to my tummy tuck, I actually did ab work every single day for 3 months because I wanted to be sure I had a really strong core that would be able to recover quickly from the procedure I was about to have. here's where being a long distance runner or an endurance runner gets a little tricky, because a lot of times my long runs especially will go over 45 minutes. And remember, I said that once you hit about the 45-minute mark with cardio, you're starting to burn muscle as opposed to fat, because it is more efficient for your body at that point to burn off your muscle. So as I'm training for these long distance road races, a lot of times my runs are actually going over the 45-minute mark, and I have to be very mindful of that, and I have to make sure that I am hitting my protein targets, because I am automatically breaking down my muscle with those longer runs. I have to be sure that I'm eating protein so that my body can build back those muscles, and that I'm not sacrificing my muscle mass for endurance. Now, I do have a rest day built into my schedule, and that's typically on the 7th day. And a lot of times I will absolutely take that rest day. Sometimes when life has gotten busy during the week though, and I've missed a workout, or I was supposed to do a run and a strength training session and I only got to one that day, I'm using that 7th day to make up whatever exercise I didn't get in during the week. And then sometimes I will use the 7th day as an active recovery day, where I may just go on a walk, or I may do stretching, or I may do foam rolling. But a lot of times on that 7th day, even though it is supposed to be an actual rest day from movement, I'm typically moving my body in some way. And before I forget, if you want a list of these exercises, click on the link in the video description and download a copy of them. Now, what I just shared with you was what a typical week looked like for me along my weight loss journey. And this was my home workout routine I did in my basement in the comfort of my home. And what you'll notice is that I didn't have a lot of equipment. I didn't use a lot of equipment. I had a treadmill, but again, a treadmill isn't necessarily required if you're going to walk. You can do that anywhere. I also had 3 sets of dumbbells, a light set, a medium set, and a heavy set. And a lot of times people will ask me, well, what should those weights be? And I always tell them, start where you are. What is a light set to you? What is a medium set to you? What is a heavy set to you? Now, I started off with 5 pounds as my light set, 8 pounds as my medium set, and 15 pounds as my heavy set. And then as those weights got more comfortable with these workouts and they were a little lighter and I could do more reps, then I gradually started to increase those weights. So you absolutely don't need a lot in order to follow this home workout routine yourself. And I would say that it's one of the things that actually made me successful on my weight loss journey. I didn't have to take the time and go to the gym. I came down to my basement and here I was. I didn't need a whole lot of equipment. I worked with what I had. And again, it was very basic at the time, but it worked. I lost all the fat using this very basic home workout routine and 3 sets of dumbbells. And then afterwards, I wanted to advance to more complex strength training moves. So I invested in gym equipment for my home-based gym. Now, don't forget, if you want a copy of the exercises that I demonstrated here, click on the link in the video description and download that. Now, I hope this video has been helpful to demonstrate to you it doesn't take a lot of high-impact, high-intensity cardio workouts in order to burn fat. In fact, it's just the opposite. You need a little cardio for heart health, but you mainly need strength training to burn fat, build muscle, and sculpt your body. So if it has been helpful, let me know in the comments. Leave me a note and let me know which of these exercise moves you plan to incorporate into your own home workout routine. And if you haven't joined the community yet, take a moment and hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you here as part of the Get Fit community. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.